Turning your laptop into a Raspberry Pi or YouTube remote hasn't been that hard yet, has it? Well, we're going to dive deeper into it now that we've created our remote session in that last video. What we're first going to really need to do is we are logged in basically as that root user or whatever user you were logged in as, not as the user that we just created and have the session through, which is the YT_remote in this case. So actually, in order to access the graphics of this Raspberry Pi, in order to have permissions for that, we have to log out and actually log in as the user that is connected to the remote session. So this is all happening on our Pi. We're logging out and we're logging in to the same user, the YT_remote that has this remote session running. So we'll log into that. Essentially, it does not have access to the display environmental variable if we are logged in elsewhere, because it was showing the display of our older user earlier, and now it is showing the display of our currently logged in user. Now that we know this, we're about good to go. We can go back into our terminal session, and what we're going to essentially do here is we're going to set the environmental variable for our device or our shell session equal to 0, which is essentially just the actual Raspberry Pi device itself that is running the shell. So we know we want to use whatever monitor or TV it is plugged into. So we can do that. And what's going to happen after that, after we set the environmental variable, it's actually setting the environmental variable for the command that's about to happen next, which is our Chromium browser command. And what this is going to do is either open up a default window if you don't specify a URL, or it'll open the specified URL, which in this case is for YouTube. So we can see if that works. Let's open up, we're back in our remote shell connected to our Raspberry Pi. We can run and set that display variable and have it open up YouTube. Run that. Give it a couple seconds. And you can see, without a doubt, we're now opening YouTube on our Raspberry Pi without any connection. It's all wireless.